Yo, what's going on, guys? Today hitting up with a little bit of a build update, see where we're at, what we've done with the build, invested a lot of currency, probably a bit too much for what we got out of it, but how you live and you learn, make some mistakes. This currency will make more. So before we jump into this, I think it's gonna get a little long-winded, so I apologize in advance. But hit the like, subscribe, leave a comment down below what else you want to see. It means a ton to me. Also check out my Twitch live stream most days of the week. Click the link down below. It helps you out immensely. Let's jump right into it. Where we're at, we made some big changes to the passive tree, so I want to start there. I will have my link to my POV down below as well, so just be aware that this is not a finished product, and it's going to be updated yet, but if you want to see it, that'll be the easiest way. Big thing, we got rid of all these nodes up here, really trimmed down, so no second golem, we'll go over that in a minute. Don't have Ravenous Horde anymore. Not a huge loss, we'll look to anoint it eventually. I went for a cheap anoint down here with Dreamer for now, because we had to change out our Amulet for what I think is probably the most OP item in the game. We'll get to in a minute. But other than that, we're pretty good. We cleared out this area and went heavy defense down here. Divine Shield, even with just a little bit of Energy Shield, this makes a huge difference. We're armor build, so we're always going to have more armor than Energy Shield. And the big thing is we got our Cluster Jewel. We got our large Cluster Jewel. It has Feasting Fiends, Brazen Pillage, and Vicious Bite. Preferably we would have Renewal instead of Feasting Fiends, but this Cluster Jewel only cost me, I think it was 80 C. Like, it wasn't bad at all. 8 passives, 3 notables. We got a good deal, and then we threw a Fortress Covenant in here. Throw this Fortress Covenant into a Cluster Jewel slot. All the notable, the downside of it goes away. It's just a minions deal 45% increased damage. I bought a perfect rolled one. It was 1x 30 C, so not bad. This is good on every single minion build, so it pretty much holds its value. It'll probably be 1x eventually, and that's just where it'll be. So it's a good investment. Passive trees, yeah. So we got rid of Golem, more defenses, got their cluster, and then we fixed our jewels. We have a Ghastly Eye jewel pretty much every jewel slot. We are still gonna be looking to get some better ones with life, ones with minions deal 20% increased damage if you use the skill recently. Those are the big ones. And you'll see I have a really bad one up here. Where is it? I think it's this one. Yep. 59 armor. I needed minions deal some sort of fire damage just for the Raise and Pillage. So they're gonna deal fire damage. They're gonna ignite them. Cool beans, right? Just had to be done. So that's the passive tree for now. I have these 16% nodes for now. These are interchangeable. Like, there's some things that can be moved around. It's pretty open yet. We still have 7 skill points to get. Hopefully we get this build to 100. But we'll go over that when we go over what future upgrades are. So close this out. Let's talk about skills. This is a big one. So grant my skills. We had to get rid of Summon Lightning Golem. I swapped out for Animate Guardian. Had to be done. I don't love this skill, but it is so good. It has to be done. And then we had life tap on these. I wasn't liking the way that I was feeling. It was draining my life, so I swapped out with Vitality. I just stopped leveling it. I got to a point where I'm comfortable with the mana reservation. You know, I had my pool. Decided, okay, level 15, 14 Vitality is good enough. It's better than nothing, right? Okay, so let's pull up my Animate Guardian, because this is big. This is what's giving my minions Fortify, a bunch of stuff. I got a screenshot of the gear that I have on them, just so I don't forget. Most expensive piece here is the Kingmaker, of course. This gives our minions Fortify. It gives us Fortify as well. It gives us 15% increase of rarity items found, aura, so that's good. Kingmaker is awesome. This was like 70 C. Our chest piece, Bruce Cool's Pelt. This is a percent max life regen rate. That is huge. Our Animate Guardian has, like, I don't even know, with the gear on, like 70,000 health right now. It just regens health like crazy. So this is like a necessity. It's not a necessity because you can actually get a better like Crusader Influence chest. This is cheaper, so it's good. Leercast for the helmet, just for the damage buff, 15% damage buff across the board. Southbound for the gloves. This is again a percent life increase. Percent life scales with Animate Guardian so well, and you don't want your Animate Guardian to die because I don't want to lose this. This is about an exalt worth of gear. I just don't want to lose it. So And finally, we have the Cardo's Flight just for a movement speed increase. There's better boots. This is fine. This is fine for me. It's important to note that this is like always be linked with minion life support. It scales super well on Animate Guardian. It has 5 extra levels for modifiers. This minion is huge. You can see the dude he's just chilling right there. He just moved right there. Okay. That's Animate Guardian. Had to be done. Got rid of our golem, but this is a better damage increase, better all around. Here we go. Gear. This is the big thing. This is what I want to talk about. Most importantly, this Ashes of the Stars amulet is so good. It is so good for minion builds especially. I can't believe they added this to the game. Okay, so first look at this, you go, oh, okay, it's just like this should be like a leveling item, right? Increase experience gain in gems, whatever. Makes them a little bit stronger, whatever. No, this is an end game. You're doing so much more damage item. 1% to level of all skill gems. It's every minion gem. The most important thing on minion gems is the higher level they are, right? So our Absolution, all of our skill gems, Absolution, Raise Spectre, Raise Zombie, Animate Guardian, Summon Stone Golem, all of our auras are all 1 level higher from that. Like, it is insane. It's so good. And then, 29% quality to all skill gems. Absolution, what does 29% quality do? 20 minions deal 29% increased damage. Yeah, okay, that's good. Sweet. Animate Guardian and Raise Spectre, it's like move speed, not a huge deal. We come down to Raise Zombie, max life, good. Summon Stone Golem, max life, minion deals increased damage. Our auras, Divine, people pay a lot for 20% Divine's banner, it is super good. 14% increased effective area of aura. Bone Offering grants 14% increase at cast speed. This is just a huge damage buff across the board. It is, in my opinion, the best amulet for any minion build, especially because the most important thing for minions is getting the level of your gem increased. That is the way to do more damage immediately. I paid 1.2x for this, and it is 29% quality. You'll see to go up to 30% quality was like 1.7x. I probably should have just shelled out for it, but we also got 7% increased reservation. We can put more auras on. This is what allowed me to put Vitality Aura on. Like, this is so good. This is insane. If you don't have this on your minion build, go out and get it. I just put a cheap allocation like Dreamer on it. Dreamer is cool though. Does a lot of good stuff. So go out, get this. You won't regret it. It's so good. As long as you can make up for your resistances and attributes elsewhere, you're good to go. Okay. I can't get over how good that item is. It's so good. Okay. On the other big upgrade I got was my chest piece. We got onto a cool 6 link here. We got off of our Ice Tomb onto this Astral Plate. I bought the Astral Plate exactly like this, except it didn't have the right colored sockets. And if you know how the crafting works in Path of Exile, it's pretty hard to get 5 blues onto a Astral Plate. So what I ended up doing is I went to the crafting bench, hit it with the guaranteed 3 blues, basically rolled that a few times, never got the 4th blue one. It was a little unfortunate, so that's a waste of a lot of chromatic orbs. But eventually I took my 3 blue, went on to TFT for some harvest crafting, and I paid 1 more X for somebody to roll non-blue sockets into blue, so that essentially gave me 5 blues and the red. So that's how you get off some easy. It's expensive, but it's easy off-color dual slots on a pure strength piece of gear. We got a 5-link blue socket. I think that holds value, but it's off-color, tons of armor, a lot of life, looks good. Okay, so that's it for my upgrades. And I want to talk about what we need to do going forward. The biggest easy thing for me to do is fix my jewels, right? These Ghastly Eye jewels aren't perfect. They're kind of just ones I found. I haven't bought any. They're ones I found and rolled a few times and just kind of went for them. We got one there. We're gonna have another one here soon. This is my next point. Jewel up here. Like, all of these can be upgraded. The ideal situation is plus like 30 max life, 20% damage if you use the minion skill recently, and whatever else is on them. Just one of them needs to, I sold that already. One of them needs to have deal fire damage for the Raise and Pillage. That's it. Okay, after that, the next most important thing for me is getting my GG helmet. I'm gonna hover over my helmet. It is bad. It is bad. But what we still want is a bone helmet. I want my bone to have +2 levels Soccer Minion gems, and then we want to get a double, at least a double support roll gems, like plus minion damage, like socketed spells that support minion damage, and socketed spells that are supported by something else, concentrated effect, or hypothermia, something like that. At that point, we can take Absolution and move it up here, because it's still technically 6 linked then. Potentially more, potentially 7 linked, right? And at that point, we free up. We don't need a 6 link on our chest anymore. We have one. We'll use it, but we don't need it. We'll have Animate Guardian down here. Do good stuff. It also sets us up that if we want to at some point move into Skeleton Mages. And I'll talk about why I'd want to do that. So the big thing I would want to do that is because I have been having a little bit of problems, probably player error, to be 100% honest, summoning my boys. Right? If you're playing Absolution, what you have to do, if you walk into an encounter with none of your Absolution Sentinels, you're doing like very little damage. Very little. So you have to basically walk up to the boss, hit it a few times, and hope that this 25% proc, that when you hit a unique item, it summons the Sentinel, hits 3 times. Sometimes RNG doesn't go your way, and you're just not doing damage for a while. I've had problems against bosses. I've also had this problem against expedition encounters. If you do a real, I like farming expedition. If you do an expedition, like on a map, and you hit a lot of the nodes, they get really, really juiced out. All of a sudden, your Absolution mates aren't there. Also, these Absolution mates don't have a lot of health. If they're in harm's way, and your front line can't hold anymore, they die, and then you have to resummon them. You have to resummon them by killing them, because those aren't even uniques most of the time. So it can get really sketchy. That's why I'm thinking a little bit of going just to summon skeletons, but that'll be well after we get jewels fixed, helmet fixed, things like that. And then the last thing I want to do is GG wand. We want a convoking wand with +1 to all skill gems, +1 to all minion gems, and then the trigger. And that would be better than I'm wearing. That's way more than minions deal 80% increased damage like I have. Okay. So that's where we're at, guys. That's the build. POB link will be down below for the paste pin. Again, if this video helped you out at all, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. I went through a lot there. I feel like I talked a lot. But the build's coming together. This can just walk through T16 maps right now. It only runs into the problem on super juiced maps when the Absolution minions aren't coming out. That's the only time. And like when I say super juiced, I mean like the map is chiseled out, corrupted, 3 scarabs. We're running like beyond, and then on top of that, I'm hitting either the world's packs, and they're adding like a bunch of negative resistances to me. So I'm basically getting one shot by everything. That's when we run into problems. Other than that, it's a walk. We just walk through everything. It's that and major bosses. And I think summon skeletons would fix that, but it'd be a problem. I think the map clear would be slower, so it's going to be a bit of a trade-off. I think I'm going to my goal is to have just a chess piece set up for one and one for the other, and we can switch when we need to. Switch when we want to, and that'd be great. Alright, I'll wrap it up there while I'm still rambling. So, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, Twitch link down below, Path of Building down below. Have a great day.